this is going to be the last one, maybe for the day, at least for a minute here, because I got shit to do. Jackson never ceases to amaze me. And you know what? I like Jackson just because like he's honest in a way to where when he says some things, he doesn't even realize that his honesty is making the other lion ass motherfuckers look bad. Like he's just being honest. and so you have folks like me that we're older. We've seen this shit before. We know what computer systems are capable of. Some of us helped build some of us have reverse engineered them. When I was in 6th grade, I was making web pages for fun. I was literally writing scratch HTML code. You guys probably have no idea what HTML is, but it was a very difficult method of coding that only experienced programmers knew how to do, and it was the code that created all of your web pages in the 90s and shit, and even into the early 2000s. And yeah, it's like 5th and 6th grade. I was just like, you could get domains for free. Like you could go get just a web page for free. You have to pay for it, and then you just do what you want. I would build fun ass little web pages with pop up boxes you'd click on and would take you to another part of the page, and moving JPEGs, GIFs, all that shit. It was fun. I loved it. But that's like again part of my background, what I'd be talking about all the time. That's why I'm back in school now, pursuing my master's in computer sciences because I love this shit. I always have. It's always been a hobby of mine. And I read like 70% of my day consists of reading. I just read and not entertainment shit, educational shit. It's what I do. It's what I like to do. And I said this a long time ago. Lou's been saying it for a while now, and I know that Lou does come across as, crazy. He's a good salesman. He's from the street. He just reminds me of the face of an organization, likes to say we a lot and stuff. Like he's got minions that do all his work, but he's the face who presents it to you like he knows. I do not for 1 second believe that Lou is tech savvy in any way, shape, or form. I mean, I could be wrong, but he's a little older than me, and I know that his generation that was older than me when I was younger didn't know dick about computers, didn't know shit about networking systems, nothing. They didn't know a fucking thing about it. Has he been around it? Sure, I'm sure he's been around it in some way, shape, or form. But if he was a tech guru like he claims to be that early on, when the information age was really starting to kick off, Lou would be a millionaire. He would be a programmer, so he'd be out in Silicon Valley, like selling dope there or something. I don't know, but and he doesn't speak very tech savvy like uh, it's hard to explain. And I'm in no means putting Lou down. I love Lou because he's right. He's right in a lot of things that he said. And a lot of it's just knowing. Like we've seen this before. We've seen corruption in the stock market. We've seen what computer programs are capable of doing. And there's always been a second book, and it's been brought up many times. And your 20-year-old and 21-year-old and 23-year-old YouTubers who just got hair on their balls a couple years ago are trying to tell everyone how this shit works. And they don't know. They don't know anything. They watched a couple YouTube videos this year, maybe last year, and they think they know how the market works, and they're wrong. They're 100% wrong. That's why I stopped watching Coors, because he would be like, nah, that's wrong. Anyone would come in there and be like, yo, this is what's going on, or let's talk about this. No, this is a fair market. There's a fair market. That doesn't happen. Could it happen? I don't know. I know you don't know. That's why we're in here telling you what's going on. And then even then, you give the kid proof, and he's still like, I don't think that just doesn't seem right. The world's a great place. Big money's charitable. They love us all. They want us all to be wealthy. It's just fucking stupid. These dudes pull more curtains and pull more strings than you could ever imagine. But I love Jackson for the fact that when he finally realizes he's been wrong for 7 months and putting bad information out there for 7 months and going against people that are much smarter than him and know where to look for this information and try to bring it up to them, but they don't understand it. And again, That's the generational gap here. You hear something, you see something, you don't understand it, so all of a sudden, it's bad and it's not real. It's bad and not real. Santa Claus exists, and it's craziness to me. Like shit blows my mind. And here we go. We're talking about ADFs, something I brought up a long time ago, something Charlie has delved, pretty sure delved's a word, delved into several times, dived into. Is delved a word? Damn, now I gotta look that up. It dived into many, many times, has brought it up and trying to teach people about it, talking about it. There is a second book. There is a book that we don't see. If 67% of our fucking buy orders are being routed off exchange, guess what? That price reflection is also routed off the exchange. It is in that dark pool. That price is different there. Do you understand me? You can make buy orders disappear, volume disappear from the exchange. You can not display the correct analytical data, but it exists somewhere else. There is a different price showing, and this is true. It is 100% true, and you're going to start seeing these guys now, hopefully. God, I hope these other silly kids start understanding how wrong they've been for so long, which is why I want you guys to start doing this. This is why I'm doing this. This is why Charlie started doing this, because we've watched these guys long enough, and we're intelligent. We do our own research, and we're like, these guys are just, they're wrong. They're wrong. They're giving out bad information. It's almost as if they've been paid off. And I'm not saying that's what happened, but that's what it seems like. This whole thing started about a transparency issue, about corruption in the stock markets, but the moment you bring it up to one of these guys, and the moment you show them proof of it, no, can't talk about it, won't talk about it, ain't happening. I'm going to lose my contract. Like this, that's what it seems like. And that's, I may be reaching there. There's only one person I fully 100% believe is paid off because he lost a lot of money being stupid and lost a lot of his viewers a lot of money because, well, they trusted him. But whatever. That's neither here nor there. Either way.
Intelligent individual, and a lot of people have been talking about a second book, and I believe that it is real.
Oh,
For
no, you
about
don't.
7 months, 6 months, however long I've been doing this, I did not believe that the second book existed.
Told all of us we were stupid and crazy. There's all these people out there hyping up a second book, hyping up a different price, blah, blah, blah. The price is the price that you see. No, it is not. Believe half of what you hear, none of what you see. That is the absolute best advice I think I have ever given to anyone, could ever given, and it was passed on to me by a very wise old Asian man that I used to play chess with, and I've never forgot it. I never will forget it. You believe half of what you hear and none of what you see. And that's, or it's the other way around, excuse me. It's believe half of what you see and none of what you hear. That's how it goes. Half of what you see, none of what you hear. And those are words to live by. I promise you, it will save you a lot of stress in your life if you remember that. You believe half of what you see and none of what you hear. You guys will live golden into your golden years. So that stress saved off your life is going to save you many years. You're going to be a lot happier. But that's how it is. People don't like change. They don't like new shit coming into their comfort zone. Again, it's like destroying a little kid who believes in Santa Claus. You ever looked at a little kid with the moment they find out Santa Claus isn't real? Have you ever witnessed that? I'm in person, not a video. Have you witnessed a child finding out? I still remember when I learned Santa wasn't real. I remember where I was. I was in the car with my mom and my brother. We were off of Route 3. I think I was 6 years old. We were going to Subway in this little strip mall shopping area, and it was close to Christmas. And I said I wanted to go to the mall to see Santa. And out of nowhere, my brother just scoffed and was like, Santa isn't real. And then I just looked at my mom like, you better fucking tell me Santa's real. And she didn't. And she told me Santa wasn't real. It was mom and dad the whole time lying to me like everybody else does in this world. So It's just my point. Everyone's comfortable believing what sounds good and what keeps them comfortable. The moment some shit comes into play that you don't like, you don't want to hear, all of a sudden it can't be true. Like, stop fucking with me. Stop hitting me with truth. I don't want to hear it. You're ruining my comfort level. Good. Like, that's what I'm here for. That's what Charlie's here for. It's what some other guys are here for. Because you're sitting here like numbnuts with your heads in your hands going, how is this happening? I don't understand. We are trying to tell you and show you how this is happening. Like, stop freaking out about your investment and shit. That $30, $40, all that shit that you're seeing, that is not the real price of this. That's not even remotely close to what this should be. I already made a video showing you that on exchange, we should have been floating between 190. If you were to actually add up the 67% that's missing, because the value, you can't just take like 33% and then at $34 add that in and it's the same price movement. It's not. That price movement is not linear. It goes up. Every share added to that, the price goes up. So 33% of the stock price at 34, if you added 33% on again, it's not just going to be 33% of that. So if you had $100, so call it 33%. We'll do that because that's the easiest way to break it up. So you got $33.33. If you added 33% to that, you'd be at like 66. We're trying to get to 100, and if you added 33% to that, you'd be at 99.999. But that's not how that would work. If you were at 33% of that 100 and you added in another 33%, it wouldn't be at $67 in the stock market. It would be somewhere closer over $100 because the price changes with each stock purchased. Every purchase made, the stock price goes up in the positive. So that's not the way it works. So this price very well could be at an astronomical amount. $5,000 is not unreasonable. The fact that that's floating around, it was like 5-6 weeks ago. Somebody posted the video or the picture of it being over $1,000 weeks ago. I still believe it was way higher than that weeks ago, but still, the orders, the things that happen off exchange, we don't get to see. No one knows except for the two parties that are making that transaction. Nobody knows. So unless someone involved in that transaction is, leaking information or taking pictures or whatever, we don't know. But now you're starting to find out, and somebody, and again, there was one of you, Scotty, I think it might have been you, who was laughing at the ADF shit that Charlie was doing, and you wanted me to reevaluate it, and I told you I can't. I can't reevaluate that. I've seen the same thing. I 100% believe the price is different. Do I think that it's at 5,000? I don't know. I don't know what it's at in the ADF. I have no fucking idea. But I do know that from what I saw, this was supposed to be what I thought just an alternate display facility. I didn't know this actually housed volume. This fucking thing hides volume of shit. I thought it was just another place to look up stock information until I dug deeper. And it's not. They have volume hidden in here with a different price. I know it's hard to believe. It is, and if you've been in the stock market for a long time and trading, especially if you're an older trader that's been doing this for a decade or two or something like that, it's hard to believe that this has been going on behind your back for a very long time, and it has been, and it's just the way it is. It's shit that needs changed. It's the transparency that we want. No, I do not believe, and I will never stand by that the price we're looking at on our exchanges is what the price is. No, it's fucking not. It's just not. And then people subscribe, well, why would people be trading it or buying it off on debt? Because A, that's how greedy they are. That's how fucking greedy they are. They have the money to do that. They would rather pay millions and millions and millions for their shares to hide them when they're in a fucked up short squeeze play than to give that money to you, than to let you win. This is about winning to them. This is about winning. That's all this is. They don't care how much money it costs them to win. They have billions of dollars. That's what this is about. Winning. And at any fucking cost. So That's the shit these kids don't understand. Well, because they're thinking about it like kids and their childlike understanding of money. Why would you pay more when you can just buy it here? Well, because if they buy all that shit on exchange that they have to buy, they're A, going to be outing themselves for the illegal practice of naked short selling, which is ridiculous, the amount that's there. They're going to be outing themselves doing that. And then you guys are going to become rich. They do not want you to be rich. They don't want you to fucking have money. They don't want us to collectively have billions of dollars like they do, to where when they decide to move into another play, we can go, and just crush them. They would be creating a brand new competitor that already wants change in their practices, that does not want them to be able to operate the way that they have been for decades. They're not going to fucking hand that over, man. You guys need to wake up out of this Disney-like fairy tale that the world is fair, that everyone wants everyone to be happy and back up. That no, 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 no. These guys at these hedge funds would walk past you and your starving children and laugh. Maybe throw a penny or a dime at you, their pocket change, and laugh. You weren't here in 2008. A lot of you did not witness Wall Street laughing at the people below them, dumping champagne on them. These people that were pissed that they got robbed. They got robbed by these guys. Fucking robbed. And they were sitting up in their little bullshit terrace laughing and celebrating, pouring wine on them, throwing trash at them. And these people were pissed. And they got fucked over. And that was back then when a lot of people didn't have access to the market like they do now. They just didn't. That was a lot of, some older folks, and it wasn't as big as it is now. It just wasn't. If the fucking 4 million retail investors rolled up to Wall Street right now, there wouldn't be no fucking laughing. There wouldn't be no champagne getting poured. They'd be scared to death. Absolutely scared to death. And I'm not advocating in any way that that's what happens or anyone goes and does that. So don't try to fucking flip this shit on me if all of a sudden there's a bunch of people that show up at Wall Street ready to knock some people's teeth down their throat. I have nothing to do with that at all. Not inciting any violence. I don't condone violence. I don't condone any sort of organization, unless it's peaceful organization at all. So, not saying any of that. For someone tries to flip my shit, all of a sudden I'm on Fox Business with snippets of me saying, "You occupy Wall Street, fuck them, knock their teeth down their throat." Got nothing to do with that. But either way, it's like Jackson here. We'll get back to it. This is what your other YouTuber guys never do. Coors especially. The kid will never admit he's fucking wrong. It's insane. So I don't watch him. Dishonesty. I do not fuck with dishonesty. I won't allow that energy in my life. I won't allow those type of people in my life. If you're fucking lying to me, then you don't get a place in my life. You don't get my time. If I already know you're going to lie to me, then I'm not going to give you any more of my time. What the fuck, man? That's just stupid. Which is why Trey is now not getting my support. Because I now personally now believe he is 100% lying to this community now. And that's my choice, my opinion. I'm allowed to have it. I'm allowed to make it. Whether you like it or not, get the fuck over it. It's not your opinion. It's not your brain. So, too bad, so sad. But anyway, I'm not going to run the rest of this because once again, I'm already pushing 20 minutes. I don't want you guys getting tired of me talking so much about this shit. But again, I just get passionate about it. I just get passionate because these guys have been lying to you all for a long time. And then little guys like me, Charlie's finally getting a bigger voice. And I hope I've had something to do with that because I've pushed his video for a long time and I've been doing it for a couple weeks now. And he said he's had just a ridiculous, all of a sudden, inflow of subscribers. So I'm hoping I had something to do with that because if you don't know what an ADF is and how it operates, Charlie has several videos that will explain it to you in very, very good detail. But yes, there is a second book. Most of us have known about it. We've tried to tell you guys about it, and everyone says we're wrong. And this is why you get guys like Lou and like me. I don't give a fuck about your money. I don't give a shit about your anything going on other than you being told the truth, you knowing what's really happening. That's it. Because at the end of the day, we all at least deserve the truth. Like, bottom line. There's not much more you should ask for or you would ask for. The older you get, you'll understand that too. At the end of the day, the truth is the most you could ever want and hope for. At the end of the day, that's it. Just the simple, God's honest truth. And you're going to start seeing a lot more of it here lately. And I'm hoping more people take Jackson's route, start admitting they were wrong. They have no fucking idea what they're talking about. They thought they did. Wool was pulled over their eyes, and everything they've told you is wrong. Doesn't necessarily make it a lie, because if they believed it at the time, they did not think they were lying to you. But there comes a point where you know that they know they're lying, and then that's the cutoff point. That's when you hit the fuck you, ejecto, cedo, cuz button, and that's it. So I'm going to get out of here. I just wanted to bring that up so people know. Jackson's not entirely on my shit list. I guess he's a musician of some sorts. So that's why another reason he was highly supposedly involved in 8Fest, but still, we're not going to go down that road. It's done. It's over with. You've already seen my videos on it, know how I feel about it. I still feel the same way. But I love Jackson's Freudian slips, and I love his honesty without understanding that he's making other people look like just terrible, shitty liars. And I love it. I'm here for it all day. Might go get my free popcorn from AA and just watch this week unfold. So, all right, guys, get out of here for a little bit.